I refused to pay for my boyfriend's bro night after he put me on the spot. My boyfriend Ethan literally tried to finesse me into funding his poker night in front of all his boys. So I've been with this guy for like a year now, and honestly things were pretty good. He's got this weekly thing with his friends where they all get together, play poker, drink beer, whatever. I never cared because I'd just stay home and watch Netflix or hang out with my own friends. Last Friday we went to this local diner for dinner. Nothing fancy, just burgers and fries. We were almost done eating when his phone starts blowing up. It's his friend group chat and they're all asking him to come through for poker night. Ethan's immediately hyped, texting back that he's coming. Cool, no problem. But then he does something that made my stomach drop. He looks at me, then looks at his friends who are now FaceTiming him, and goes, "Babe, you got this right?" I'm confused for a second until I realize he's talking about the bill. His friends can literally hear everything through the phone. I'm sitting there like, okay, this is weird, but whatever. I can cover dinner. It's not that expensive. But before I can even respond, this man goes, "Oh, and can you Venmo me like 50 bucks? I need money for drinks and I'm basically broke right now." His friends on the FaceTime immediately start dying laughing. One of them literally goes, "You let her pay, that's what she's there for." Another one's like, "Yeah man, she's gotta take care of you." They're all cracking up like it's the funniest thing ever. Ethan's just sitting there with this grin on his face, looking at me like he's already won. I felt my face get hot. The waitress was standing right there with the check, probably hearing all of this. The couple at the table next to us definitely heard because the guy glanced over. I've never felt so put on the spot in my life, so I just said, "Nope, I think you got it." The FaceTime went silent. His friends stopped laughing. Ethan's smile completely dropped and he just stared at me for a second. Then he mumbled something to his friends about calling them back and hung up. He pulled out his wallet, threw down cash for his half of the meal, and didn't say a single word to me. Just got up and left. I paid for my half and went home. About an hour later, my phone starts going off. Ethan's texting me these long paragraphs about how I embarrassed him in front of his boys. He said I made him look like he doesn't wear the pants in the relationship, that his friends were clowning him the whole night asking if he needed to check with his mommy before making decisions. I tried explaining that I don't mind treating him sometimes, but I'm not gonna be ambushed like that, especially when it's so he can go party without me. He just kept saying I didn't have his back and that couples are supposed to support each other. I pointed out that support goes both ways, and asking me to fund his night out while his friends laugh at me isn't exactly supportive. He left me on red after that. The next day, his friend Justin posts on his Instagram story this meme about guys who let their girlfriends control them. Ethan literally liked it. Then I started hearing from mutual friends that his whole friend group was joking about how he lost his sponsor. Sunday night, Ethan finally called me. I thought maybe he was gonna apologize, but instead he doubled down. He said I was being dramatic and that if I really cared about him, I would have just helped him out. That his friends' girlfriends do stuff like that all the time. I asked him if he would have done the same for me and he went quiet. Then I asked if he'd be cool with me asking him for money in front of all my friends while they laughed at him. He said that's different because he's the guy. I literally laughed because I thought he was joking. He wasn't. We went back and forth for like 20 minutes. He kept saying I don't respect him and I kept saying he doesn't respect me. Finally, I just said maybe we should take a break to think about things. He said, "Yeah, maybe we should," and hung up. 2 days later, he texted me saying we need to talk. We met up at a coffee shop and he immediately started with how he's been thinking a lot. I figured he was about to apologize. Instead, he said he doesn't think we're compatible anymore because I don't support his lifestyle. I asked what lifestyle? Going out with his friends? He said no. The lifestyle where his girlfriend has his back no matter what. I told him having someone's back doesn't mean being their ATM. He said I was twisting his words. I said he literally asked me for money in front of his friends while they laughed at me. He claimed they weren't laughing at me, they were just joking around. I asked what the joke was then. He couldn't answer. That's when I realized this whole thing wasn't even really about the money. We officially broke up right there in that coffee shop.